similar to the old one, from what I can tell. So that's one game that
one of the new.
I watched.
Did you see some add-ons?
Yeah, I watched a lot of the new clips that you made links to earlier that we were doing in the chat room, I think.
Yeah, because apparently the new game has stuff like it has all the old patterns from the first game, but when you beat it, you unlock a mode where they all have like
brand new patterns. Yeah, I was watching that link
they have,
on.
Like things that prevent, like Glass Joe has a protective helmet on, so you can't crack him in the face and knock.
Yeah, it's crazy. What about you, Anthony?
Well, what got me into my gaming are my older girl cousins. Shut up! You just shut up! Well, what they would play were RPGs, and one of the first RPGs that I got to play. What? Hello?
Yeah, I hear you.
We're just listening, dude. It's cool. Go ahead and just talk through it.
Hello.
Use your words, dude. Oh.
Oh!
Did he drop from the call? Yep, he dropped from the call.
Oh. No, he's still here.
No, it says he's still there. What happened?
Bitch. I don't know, dude.
Technical difficulties. This will be cut out.
Ah, shit.
They keep showing that he's popping on and off.
Hello?
Yeah.
There he
goes. Hello, it's...
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
There we
Okay.
go. Okay, just
So where was I?
starting now, start with the description.
Oh, okay. So back in the day when I first started gaming, well...
And of course it happens again.
Yeah. God, this is so damn difficult.
What didn't you hear?
No, we didn't hear anything.
Anything.
Make sure you're talking loud enough into your mic so that it's actually being picked up by the mic.
We got back in the early days of gaming and then nothing.
Okay, so hello?
Yeah.
We can hear you.
Hello?
Okay. We hear it.
You can hear. Okay. Alright, so back in the day, I started out just like on Nintendo and all that, and then I started getting into RPGs is when I really started picking up gaming. And one of the first RPGs that I played was with my older girl cousin, was Secret of Mana on the Super Nintendo. Well, what it was you could actually play 3 players at the same time, so it was a pretty fun game, and I could actually play with them, so yeah, it's one of my favorite games, and I have the ROM for it on my emulator and all of that.
Oh,
yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, I remember I remember going over to the house and, going over and playing with Anthony, but then he'd be playing with our cousins and be like, I want to play too. And they'd say, oh, but there's only 3 controllers, so we really can't do anything. I was like, oh, well, I guess I'll watch.
Oh, that count.
No, but also eventually, because we had that splitter and all that, we also had, I'd always bring Bomberman over so that we could play 4 players on that.
Hell yeah, Bomberman was fun as hell.
Bomberman is the shit.
Yeah, it was.
I think that was probably one of the downfalls when it came to Secret of Mana, though, is honestly, if you got a game where you're going to have to use the multi-connector, why not go ahead and make it a 4-player game?
Exactly.
I mean, you have a slot sitting right there for a 4th character. Why not go ahead where if you want to, you can have a 4th character, even if it's like a copy of one of the other characters. Who cares? Just, let a 4th person play.
Just make it a rabbi. Make it a little, monster.
Yeah, just, make it like a little monster. You can switch between, you can evolve to a new monster when you level up or some crazy crap,
Whoa, you're getting in Pokemon terms now.
Oh, shit, level.
You could,
Evolving.
Remember, this was pre-Pokemon.
We used to play Bomberman so much that we coined the phrase Goldfire.
as is. And that was. I
Like
really
every
have to-
time.
You'd have
every
to explain
time
that because I
Anthony
didn't play
puts
Bomberman a lot.
Well, we play or if you play Bomberman, you get certain things to level up your bombs.
Oh.
And one of the things was a gold little fire thing. So where Anthony got gold fire. And his explosions
Which
would
would
just,
max out your.
yeah, it would max out your bombs, so you just like
All
cover
way
the whole
across the
screen.
screen, yeah.
Yeah, and across. Like, ah, shit, watch out! And Anthony would get like the multi-bomb thing. So he did like multiple bombs everywhere. We're like, fuck, we can't go anywhere. He's an asshole.
Oh man.
But
See, I
he
wish
gets,
I didn't get
like,
to
he
play
gets
a lot
very-
of games with people when I was
Yeah, I
younger.
was like master and commander of that.
Dude, like he'd get like carried away with it, and he'd set his own bomb. He's like, oh fuck, I'm stuck. Then he'd blow up.
Yeah.
Okay. I think this.
That's
I think.
You have to always move forward.
Yeah. Let's move forward. I think for the first podcast, because this is starting to get a little bit on the tad long side, I'm pretty sure I can cut it down. But I think we'll skip the personal achievements this week for the first week. And if it's something that just doesn't seem worth doing, we might cut it all
Oh,
together.
but I was gonna tell him about my Portal achievement fruitcake where you beat all the advancements. Oh, I already said it.
Oh, yeah, see, it happened. That's the thing. I was about to talk about my personal achievement. I realized I already kind of talked about it.
Well, I have a personal achievement that happened to me yesterday.
Yeah, what happened?
Was it last night? Anthony and I went over to Dave & Buster's to meet up with a friend, and we started playing video games. And I found Silent Scope, so I did the shooting range, and I got number 1 on the leaderboard.
Dude, nice.
Nice.
You get the top score, top spot.
Yeah, and afterwards I was like, did I break it? Is that bad?
He also
Okay.
he also went to one of those prank games and got like 5 prizes with 3 tries or some shit like that.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I used
Double prizes on 2.
Dang. See, I used to be good at crane games, but couldn't get double prizes very often. You give
Dude,
me
I
$10, I can come out with, like 11, 12, 13 animals, but I couldn't do it where I ever got 2 at the same time. Never
Yeah.
did it. I don't think I ever did it.
Also, one more personal achievement. I won a stuffed animal for some random girl. Boyfriend was like, what the hell is your problem, man? I was like, hey, I'm just doing it.
Yeah, Jeremy just brought up a point. How many of us have money to get Bomberman on the live arcade?
Yeah, it's only 400 points, dude.
I got
it's insanely fun.
You've already got it? What about Randy? Do you already got it?
No, I don't have it because I'm poor. I'm broke all the time.
Well, I can get it. I've got the points, so I can go ahead and
Well,
buy it
where?
tonight. And we can play it tonight.
Yeah, honestly, I mean,
Yeah, I got it.
It feels a little different, obviously,
I can get
because
it.
it's not the older games, but I mean, it feels just like
Yeah.
all the other Bombermans. So I would
Well,
recommend
my
it
first
because
Bomberman was Bomberman 64, so that's cool with me.
That doesn't count.
Oh yeah, I remember.
My first one was Bomberman 93 on the Turbo Graphics.
See, I was not a Genesis person. I was not allowed to get a Genesis because Mom was like, "You already got a Nintendo and a Super Nintendo. You don't need another fucking system. Like you can get to most of the same games on there." I'm like, "But I can't get that one and I can't get that one." She's like, "Well, too fucking bad." So I never got to do a lot of the Genesis stuff. So I kind of missed out on Bomberman in the early stages.
Dude, like I said before, I was a spoiled brat growing up, dude. I got to play Sega Channel, 32X, Sega Genesis, PS1 when it first came out.
Dude, that's crazy.
So,
Let's go ahead and move on to the budget gaming buried treasure of this section. It's a section that Jeremy and I kind of came up with to kind of help a lot of our viewers go through and find cheap games that are worth playing, especially older cheap games that might have gotten kind of pushed under the rug, or a game that
Because the global economy blows.
the economy sucks. I'm always trying to find cheap games to play. That's why I got Sonic the other day. It's a cheap game. It's great though.
I feel like my chair's about to break on me.
It's also a section for a game that it might not be cheap, but it's a game that is worth playing, but didn't get a lot of hype. Put it that way. Kind of like how Brad was all over freaking Valkyrie Chronicles on the unnamed other broadcast. So, starting with Jeremy,
Cast.
What was your pick?
The Bradcast.
The Bradcast. But yeah, starting with Jeremy, what was your pick?
Got all
for
the